I appointed General Ogola. General Ogola is among the people who went to bomb us to try and overturn my victory. Do you know that? But because when I looked at his CV, he was the best person to be general. I called him and I sat him down. I told him, my friend, you went to bomb us to try and overturn my victory. But because you are the best person to be general, I'm going to give you the job.
Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there have been speculation about those who have died in the KDF chopper that crashed. Of course, the KDF boss, Ogola, was on board. They had just gone to commission a school that had been destroyed by bandits, and they were about just to, they had just finished a meeting in a plan to restore peace in Rift Valley. So the Star is confirming that finally Ogola is dead, and this is the information they're sharing here. The Chief of Defense Forces, Francis Ogola, is dead at age of 61. Ogola died after a chopper he was traveling in alongside other officials crashed in Kaben, Marakwet East today. The officials on the board include Brigadier Said, Colonel or what? Keitan, Captain Sora, Sergeant Omondi, Captain Litali, Sergeant Nyawira, Lieutenant Colonel Sawe. They were leading a peace mission, and they had just commissioned rebuilding of a school in Marakwet area following President Ruto's directive last week. The cause of crash yet to be established. It's a confirmation that he is no more. I remember some time back when Natembea was the regional commander of Rift Valley. He had so much problem with the Elgeyo Marakwet Senator Kipchumba Murkomen. Murkomen wished Natembea the worst. But you see, they have died in the same area trying to sort out the mess. So as this issue continues to come out, we are aware that Ruto had convened an urgent meeting at Statehouse, an urgent meeting of National Security Council at Statehouse, Nairobi. This was communicated by Hussein Mohammed. I think, sorry for that. The discussion is all about the accident and, of course, the CDF, because the senior most person in that ranking. So as all this is happening, there are videos that are resurfacing, and especially the one that Ruto was talking about, the bombers overturn. The Ruto victory, when Ogola and the team were at that place. So the sad thing is that those videos are emerging now at a time when we have lost Ogola in an accident, just 61 years old. He was still promising he had more life to live. Watu walikuwa bado, yani alikuwa angali na muda mwingi wa kuishi. So this is the video where Ruto was talking about Ogola and the other options he had, but the reason why he gave him the job.
I appointed General Ogola. General Ogola is among the people who went to bomb us to try and overturn my victory. Do you know that? But because when I looked at his CV, he was the best person to be general. I called him and I sat him down. I told him, my friend, you went to bomb us to try and overturn my victory. But because you are the best person to be general, I'm going to give you the job. That is how it works with me. That's why I told you, if a person has the qualification, if he is the best for the job, I will give him the job.
But that is the military. There's a code of conduct for the military and how politics works in Kenya, Mr. President.
Let me tell you, my friend, I had the opportunity. I could have appointed anybody. I had, I think, 10 choices. I didn't have to. There are people who say, oh, William Ruto appointed Ogola because he was the deputy CDF. That's not the case. I made the decision consciously. And I made the decision against the advice of many people. Many people told me, you should not give this, you should not reward this kind of behavior.
Okay.
But, you know, I also must be sensitive. What exercised my mind? This gentleman has a good track record. And in fact, when I spoke to him, and it's not something that I should be talking about, but because you have asked a good question. What exercised my mind is this gentleman, yes, he may have made a mistake. Maybe because the commander-in-chief that time told him what to do. Maybe he... And when I talked to him, he told me, I have no defense. He told me, I have no defense. You do with me whatever you want. I cannot defend. It was wrong. What I did was wrong. Yeah? I am also conscious. My good friend Ayub, I'm also conscious that since independence, there is nobody from Nyanza who has ever been CDF. And it also played in my mind that I don't want a situation where a whole community think they cannot occupy a certain office. So many things that are part of my system overweighed the mistake he had done.
Okay.
You know, so I want to tell you that I make very sensitive appointments. I make very deliberate appointments. Many of the appointments, of course, that do not have to directly require my signature. Many of these managing directors, I don't know who, they are interviews all over the place. Okay. You know, so, and when a panel decides, for example, I was brought a panel that interviewed the CEO of museum. And just by coincidence, you know, the person who became number one was my classmate. And I never even asked anybody to assist her. So when it came to me, I told my friend, you know, if she's the best, she was a lady.
Okay. Besides this, Millie Odhiambo also asked a question in the National Assembly as far as this accident is concerned, and they had to give their views on the same because it is now matter of national security interest. So I want to leave you here with their video, but please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share.
Well, Honorable Millie Odhiambo, are you on a point of order? Yes, you may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Madam Speaker, I just want to rise on standing order number 1. I don't have my standing orders, but this is something that can be within your discretion. That, Madam Speaker, we are proceeding in this House like everything is normal, and we are hearing rumors of an air crash involving the CDF, Francis Ogola, and 5 others. Madam Speaker, that is something of national interest and serious national concern. Our majority leader is here. I think it would be good if he can allay our fears, or if it is true, so that we can deal with this. And I think it would be appropriate for us as a House not to proceed with the Land Commission bill when we're having such a serious national or issue of national interest. Can he confirm whether the issue of the crash is true or whether it's merely a rumor? This is a very serious issue, Madam Speaker. Can we please be updated? Thank you.